Hello, good morning, bonjour, assalamu alaikum, namaste. My name is Asad. I'm co-founder and CEO of LambdaTest. Today we are going to talk about, uh, there's too much talk going on, how the software engineering is changing. A lot of code is getting shipped through LLMs. Too much white coding, nobody's talking about white testing. So we're going to talk about it, but it's too dangerous to do the white testing. Uh, Little bit about LambdaTest. We are a 6 years old company, uh, headquartered in San Francisco, started in 2018. We evolved as a cloud platform for test execution and then moved into agentic quality engineering. Now it's full-fledged AI quality engineering platform using agentic, and we are 350 people operating from different places, backed by Sequoia Impact, now Peak 15, Qualcomm, and Telstra. We raised around 100, now growing very fast. So let's talk about, which is more important, is what we are doing right now in testing. There are tons of agents every day. People are shipping using white codes on Replit, Lovable, you see through LLMs, Cloud Sonnet. But people are not talking about how they'll test it. And in general, we are seeing like task-specific agents, like you see Devin, N8N, you are using other platforms to do build agents, voice agents, chatbots, phone to phone as well. And then you see platform integration of different plug-and-play systems like Copilot and like content management systems, or different places you see that they are plugging in to use for a specific task. So these agents are plugging in. And then you have multi-modal agentic systems, fully autonomous, non-deterministic platforms that how you're going to test. The stat says that enterprises are super excited about AI. We have never seen this before. But too much talk is going on. Not ready for deployment, but yes, too much talk is going on. Probably in next 12 months, they'll want to use it. That's the report. And there are around 79 to 80% of the org that they want to go for all in for AI in next 3 years. Then there are 88 to 90% organizations, they say they have budgeted dollars for next 12 months to allocate it for AI. So this kind of wave we have never seen before, and there's too much code we are shipping. Now, before AI, you were only interacting with humans were interacting with the software, whether it's a web, mobile, firmware, different kind of softwares. New economies popping up where agent to agent, it's a completely new system, new economy. How you're going to test it, how you're going to validate it, that we are going to talk about. 20% testing, 80% development used to be a phenomena for the last 30, 40 years. Maybe somewhere it's 30%, 70%. But you are shipping too much code. And it's all through context. You're not writing code manually anymore. So the whole behavior of the testing is changing. The testing was reactive before, not anymore. And systems were not, software scope was limited before AI. And we have seen that release cycles were longer. When I started my career, release cycles were like 6 months, 8 months. Now we are shipping every hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes. PR is going in. How are you going to assure the quality? Not through wipe testing, definitely, not through wipe coding. There is a mechanism needed how you will test it. So human used to perform manual tests, automation tests. You can barely write 5 test automation a day, or maybe 6, maybe 10. But you are shipping 10 features a day, or maybe 20 features a day. If you have bigger team, you are shipping 100 features a day. How many testers you want to deploy to make sure the quality? You need autonomous agents to test this new kind of wave that we are going through. We're going to talk more about now. The whole phenomena is changing. 80% testing, 20% code. You got to test a lot before you ship it, because you don't want, developers, they can say that I shipped. That was their job. Let them test it. They couldn't catch. The whole thing will fall flat if you're not shipping the quality agent. So the quality now is no longer a phase, it's a backbone. Now you have to test a lot. You are shipping fast, you need a faster feedback so that you can ship it to the user. For faster feedback, you need autonomous agents to test it fast. When you test it faster, you need 2 things. You need to automate it faster, and you need the first-class infrastructure where you can run it fast. Plug and play with CI so that you can ship it fast. That's where things are moving right now. There's no check and balances. There's no end-to-end test happening right now. And why unit test will not help you? Code review is not going to help you. When you push the system on prod, the integration and end-to-end test becomes super important for business use cases. And it's not being tested. So there's too much chaos right now, even in the Mac 10, Mac 20 companies that we are talking about right now. I'll give you more examples. We got to reimagine the complete testing. It cannot be as usual as we were doing. So how it is going to change? And there's no point solution needed anymore, because you got to stitch the workflows. You cannot use one tool for one particular task, another tool for another task. You need massive army of agents stitched together, making sure it's plugged in the CI and doing continuous testing autonomously for every PR you are raising right now. This is our platform. You see that test planning and test case designing, now we given it to LLM. You take picture, you take audio, video, any discussion, you're walking, record, granular notes, anything you want. Just push it into the system. It can write maybe 70, 80% test for you, which you will take a month to write manually. And then what is left out is reasoning. Maybe human can be in the loop to write the reasoning on top of it. And then you push it to agent, which is 𝐀𝐈 is from LambdaTest. It does natural language automation. You can use Jira Bot. You can use Figma CLI, or you can use JSON, anything that you can give the input to, and you can start automation. You're sleeping, it will automate it for you. So you heard about it, that I scheduled my test execution. Now using multiple agents, you can distribute 100 tests, and you can say, schedule my test development. So by the morning, if you deploy the 100 agents army, maybe 20 of them will have some issues, 80 of them will complete certain tasks which you cannot do in 20, 30 days. So imagine if you have to write 1,000 tests, how many test automation engineer you require, and what it can be done using agents. When you automate it, you need high-speed infrastructure, agentic infrastructure. You throw the test suite, system does the auto-split, auto-parallelize, use the compute, and does the execution in every node is isolated. So if you're running 999 tests, every node is isolated. So your pipeline will never choke. Single node fail, it will trash and will heal, auto-heal, and will give the issue and fix it. So you can use the MCP servers using Cursor or Cloud. You can get the RCA and deploy the fix right there. So this has been stitched accordingly. The full intelligence, like, okay, what intelligence we are talking about? When you are a small company or small team or small project, 100, 200 tests, maybe 300 tests, easy to track, easy to write, easy to automate. Imagine if you have 10,000 tests, you're running for a week, and you got 500 tests failed. You're gonna spend 20 hours to triage it if you don't have a system in place. Your whole team is busy in triaging issues and allocating it. You don't know the RCA. How much back and forth is gonna happen? Your developer actually pushed the feature in 5 hours. You are taking 50 hours to get the feedback. It will not work in the new world. So that's how the test intelligence is required. Okay, I have 10,000 tests running on different nodes. Tell me which test is blocking my pipeline, how much I can quarantine, block, skip. You have full control on it, how much flakiness is coming. So this whole agentic platform is offered by LambdaTest. This is the new way of doing testing. Automation, autonomous test discovery, everything autonomous. But we are keeping human in the loop because this is the gate where you cannot do anything wipe. You do wipe with the human in the loop. Because there are mission critical softwares, you cannot just ship it trusting the LLMs or the context that you have given actually. Why? I was talking about why the human in the loop is required, right? The mission critical software like banking, you have aircraft engineering, you have a lot of mission critical software. You cannot just trust on the agents and release it. So this has to be there that testers are becoming more smarter, and their job is changing from does it work to does it reason well. This is the shift that we are seeing right now. That earlier it used to be, is it working according to my requirement? The business requirement? Yes. That was the software that you used to ship. Now, is it reasoning well? Is it reasoning according to my expectation? That is where the things are now changing. Can you trust? The trust is becoming a huge factor. That when you ship the agent, the trust score is really high. And how we will calculate the trust score, that I'll talk in later slides. Are we going to replace the testers? Not anytime soon. But yes, they have to upgrade, they have to upskill. They are required in the loop, but they have to be more cautious about the context engineering. They have to be more cautious about the reasoning. They have to keep training the system. So LambdaTest is the first agentic quality engineering company which is shipping the memory to the agent. So next week we are shipping in beta that actually these agents will have some memory. The more it evolves, it plays like a tester, understands that what he was doing 2 months back and what kind of bugs he reported and where the issue situations are. So you have the massive army of agents in the hands of the human to test your releases. This is most important part. Now we are talking about agent-to-agent testing. Lambda is the only company who's offering right now mechanism. There are companies, but they don't have full stack system. I'm talking about chat, voice, phone to phone. All three can be tested. How these will be tested, we're going to talk about. So you're seeing two samurais talking or fighting. It means that there is one agent is going to be live, but another agent, which is synthetic, is fighting. It's a battle of bots. One bot is trying to ship, another bot is trying to get the vulnerabilities out to try and catch that. Does it work the way it should be? Is it reasoning well? So there's a battle of bots that you will see. How it is working. Not too much information on the slide, but yes, I'll talk about it. So the very first thing that comes in mind if I want to test the bot is requirement. Tell me what these agents are going to do. So you have to collect the requirement in any form, in multimodal, whether it could be multimodal, it could be audio, video, text, any PDF, JSON, anywhere where the information is there, that what exactly you are trying to achieve. We will accept everything. And the moment we take it, we start deciding the persona of the user, of the bot. That, okay, who's going to call this bot? Or who's going to interact with this bot? Maybe digital new eyes, maybe business professional, maybe accessibility user, maybe a frustrated customer, maybe, there can be a tons of persona that we build the metrics for. Then it comes to in chat. When agent is interacting with the chat bot, is it reasoning well? The conversation flow is right or not? Or user satisfaction is up to the mark or not? How much empathy, compassion is being introduced? So you score. And eval is not agent testing, by the way, don't get confused. Eval is testing your hallucination and some performance parameters, but this is classic end-to-end and behavior testing. So when it comes to, reasoning workflows, you talk about toxicity, hallucination, and biased behavior, and is it meeting the expectation of the user or not? So all these things we collect and we score. Then it comes to voice. How the call flow is, how the intent recognition is, how the latency is, and there are a lot of parameters, how many words per minute the bot is actually playing with. And you see there are tons of parameters that we actually build the metrics for and mix it with persona. And then we go for the larger goal. The larger goals are accuracy, reliability, empathy and professionalism, and your security guardrails. We were giving the demo to the very big company, and there was some live POC was going on. The agent we simulated tried to trick the agent we were testing. Within 30 seconds, it ended up giving you a AWS key. 30 to 40 seconds. How much vulnerable the bots are. And it also happens at first call resolution or it is second call resolution. Like how much time it's taking to resolve your problem. So all these things we multiplex, and then we come up with a report that, okay, this is where we are. On fly, you can debug the context. We give the agility to the human tester, to debug and talk about how much context is right or wrong. This is it from my side. Any question I would love to take? Yeah, go ahead.
Nature of the agents scoring the other agents. It's like I have maybe some variance on how other agents scores the tested agent, like the variance, the non-deterministic.
Yeah, we work with the team that they are building in. So it's not a hard-coded scoring system. The scoring system comes with your business goals. That how much important, like if you are a HRMS system, why this is so much important for security? I'm not going to score it very high. So it designed with the respect to the customer's requirement for the agent. Thank you. Time is up. Thank you so much for listening and having me. Thank you.